Well, welcome back to Wired Up Outdoors. Today I've got a couple special guests with me. I have Zach and Gavin, family members, if you will. Would you guys consider yourselves hunting buddies?
Oh yeah, my buddy right here.
Right on. This is actually the first time that I meet you guys, and we kind of met really on social media. But this is the first time meeting you guys in person. So today, for those listening, we have a pretty special story in honor of a family member of theirs. We're going to get into that. My first question for you guys is, one of you are, Zach, you're a new hunter, and Gavin, you seem like you've gone hunting a lot.
Yes, sir.
What both got you guys into hunting? And then let's talk about the person that you're kind of commemorating here, if you will.
All right, so my story is kind of like about the person that we're commemorating. So I'll let Gavin, you go first. How'd you get in hunting? What brought you to it?
So I first started hunting with my uncle. My Uncle Brooks is his name.
Oh, so you too.
Yeah. So he just inspired me to, be more outdoors and, really try to be more of a hunter and experience wildlife and, be out there with just nature. And made me want to go out and do more hunts. That's really it.
Very cool. What kind of hunting have you done?
I do a lot of elk hunting, deer hunting, pheasant, duck, just anything I can get out.
Sweet. And you're from around here, and so you've hunted around here a lot? Have
Yeah.
you gone a lot of places or anything like that?
I was born in Georgia, same place as Zachary.
Oh, wow, all right.
Yeah, we used to live right down the road from each other. He would come down in his underwear and it just run all the way down from our house, and he'd break into our house and be like, "Where's the marshmallows?" He'd always want marshmallows.
There we go.
Dude.
That's awesome.
We go way back together.
Yeah.
Very cool. So, what brought you guys out here? Do you tell them?
Well, really, I came out here because of my dad. My dad, his family's back out here, and so we just kind of moved out here and let my dad have his job, really be out here with his family.
Very cool.
I moved out here for school. Yeah,
Cool.
I went to BYU and got stuck.
Got stuck, there you go. Well, right on. That's cool. And really cool. So, your Uncle Brooks, right?
Brooks, yes, sir.
Brooks. All right. What is that his first name, Brooks?
Yeah, Ashton is his real name, but he goes by Brooks.
Goes by Brooks. All right. So, Uncle Brooks got you into hunting. Zach, about the same story, Uncle Brooks.
Yeah, well, he's cousin Brooks to me. But yeah.
Cousin Brooks, sorry. Uncle Brooks and cousin Brooks.
Yeah,
there
exactly.
we go.
Yeah, he so thing is, like, what inspired me to do it, he actually passed away a year ago yesterday, February 6th. And I wanted to do something to really just have his memory with us and everything like that. And I knew he was an avid fisherman and an avid hunter. And I'm already a fisherman. I go every week. I mean, I've got...
Oh, that's epic.
Yeah, I've got my own podcast, not podcast, but YouTube channel called Hook 'em High, if you guys want to look it up. But
Go check him out.
yeah. So I'm like, okay, I already did fishing, and then I see all the time that he would go and do duck hunting. I'm like, I've never done that before. So
Very
that's
cool.
what got me into this hunting realm.
And so, were you able to go with him?
I never was, no. So never had to go, never got the opportunity to go with him hunting at all. I do remember, though, he was cleaning a deer one time, and I went up and saw him cleaning the deer, and he goes, "Come here, I gotta blood you." I'm like, "Oh, what? What is this?" And he actually grabs like the deer's testicles, and then wipes the blood on my face from it. I'm like, "Nice, thanks, Uncle Brooks."
That's Uncle Brooks for you right there.
Yeah.
Not blood. Goodness gracious. Oh gosh. No, that is what hunting's all about. It's just the memory, and for you to be able to remember that and just have him be an example that way. I mean, that's awesome.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
freaking sweet. How about you, Gavin? Do you have any special memories?
So we went out there, and I was living out there when this happened, but he's a part of this hunting club out there in Brunswick, Georgia. And so what really fascinated me was he was the president of his duck hunting club. And one of the things that they did, it was actually at I'm lost of words. It's one of these like events that they have, but they have an event and they gather everyone up and they share just different hunting stories, and they have
Like safety demonstrations.
and stuff like that. But they devoted the green wing hunt it's like a special group they have. A group of kids 18 and under. They bring all the kids out there and they teach them gun safety and how to hunting etiquette and just everything about that. It's called the Green Wing event. It's actually on the back of my shirt.
Okay,
but,
very cool.
they devoted it to them, and forever now long, it'll be the Brooks McDonald Green Wing hunt every year.
Wow, how awesome of a tribute is that? That is so cool. Because so you said he was the president of it, or
yeah, he was
big
the
member
president of the club. Yeah.
Very cool. And so, do they take kids out on hunts now and stuff?
They do actually. They have every year they have events that happen. So there's little events where you go sit at ponds and they teach you like gun etiquette and how to properly aim, and they go on skeet hunts and all that. Just all the different kinds of experiences for the kids.
Very cool. And you've been to them before?
I have not. It was just devoted this year, like 2 days ago. So
wow,
Thursday. Cool. So
very cool. Well, once again, that is an awesome tribute, and I'm sure he did a lot of great work. I just got done podcasting with a lady that, her name's Reggie. If you're listening, go listen to Reggie's episode. I'm not sure what episode that's going to be, but anyway, go listen to Reggie talk about how she's kind of like an ambassador for women in hunting and just any new hunters in general. So that's freaking awesome that he was able to bring not only you guys, but it sounds like a ton of different youth and people into the outdoors and stuff.
He has a huge legacy behind him.
That's
huge legacy. When he died, at his viewing, more than 3,000 people showed up and were lying down the street about a mile.
No
waiting to
kidding.
see him.
Wow. That is amazing.
And even besides hunting,
a guy worth talking about, that's for sure.
Yeah. Outside of hunting too, he was an inspiration. He was just an all-around great guy. Like he's just like exemplar of a man. You know, he'd go to church, have a job, have a family. He would exercise and everything too. And then, like, I don't know, he was just always a good example to me. Kind of like what you wanted to be and grow up to be.
He was like a second dad to me, because he was someone that you go talk to, and he'd take care of your problems and he'd make you feel good about them. But then afterwards, he'd roughen you up and make you, have the lesson,
Big jokester.
Oh
yeah.
Did he make you eat duck poop one time?
Yeah, it was deer poop.
No.
We were on a hunt and
not a milk duck.
Yeah, milk duck. That's what they call it. We were hopping this one fence, and we were checking for scat. Checking for tracks and scat. We look down and there's scat on the floor and on the ground, and he goes, test if it's fresh. So I squished it with my foot. I was like, it's fresh. He goes, no, like, pick it up. And I was like, okay. I picked it up, and he's like, okay, bite it. And I was like, are you sure?
Yeah, are you serious?
Are you serious? Like, is this how you test for real?
Yeah, Brooke, what's going on?
I know. So I take a bite out of it, and he's like, is it fresh? And I was like, yep, it's fresh.
Oh, you fell for it, man.
Oh, no.
That is funny.
Got me there.
So did he just let you eat it?
He's got that smirk on his face.
He's happy, right?
Oh, as the joke goes on,
That is awesome. So not only sounds like a big waterfowl hunter, but you'd go deer hunting with him?
Oh yeah, he's a big deer hunter, and he's got just spots all over Glenn County and Macon, Georgia, and he actually killed Macon, Georgia's largest alligator today.
Oh yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
How big was that thing?
I think it was a dinosaur. It was huge.
Really?
It was huge.
So where is Macon at?
So Brunswick is on the far east side on the coast.
Kind of like, here's like the coast, that's Florida, my thumb.
Mm-hmm.
Georgia is like right in there, not Georgia, it's like this area, but Macon's kind of like in the middle up here, and then Brunswick is right here on the coast.
So just
southeast of it.
Atlanta.
Yeah, like right Florida, Georgia line.
Okay.
Right there.
Very
Yep.
cool. No, that is awesome. So yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot of gators down there. I can imagine.
Oh yeah.
And so, sorry, how big was it again?
Wasn't it pushing 30 feet or something like that?
It was pushing 30, 35, 40 feet, something like that. Yeah.
Way.
It was
Holy
huge.
Crap.
The dinosaur.
That's gigantic. I was going to say, you got a picture of it?
I got a picture of it.
And I didn't even ask you guys before, but I would love to share, just to, once again, commemorate your uncle and cousin, Brooks. I'd love to share some of these pictures and stuff.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
We'll put them up there. We'll
totally.
throw them up there.
So here's him hanging out the back of the boat.
Holy freak. So for those listening, go back to that last one real quick. That's a John boat.
Yeah, that's
I mean, how long is
probably
that
a
John boat?
25 foot John boat.
25-foot John boat, and it's hanging out the back of the John boat. The head of it is the width of the boat.
Yeah.
It's huge.
That's insane.
You guys show the one of it like hanging up with Brooks behind
I'll
him,
get
beside
there,
him.
But he's
Oh my
hanging out the
gosh.
back of the boat, and there
Yeah,
he
there he
is.
is.
Holy fetch.
Dude is a dinosaur. They had to use a forklift to get him out the air.
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't even get him in the boat while they were out in the water. They had to drag him back on the side of the boat with a string. When they got back to the docks, a bunch of dudes in forklifts and trucks and all this drove up and lifted the dinosaur into the back of the John boat. It was crazy.
Is there any way of like seriously telling how old that thing is? I mean,
There probably is. I mean,
Probably with the
where's Steve Irwin when you need him, right?
Yeah,
I know, like, serious.
with the I don't know, either the foot size or I don't know how to do it, but he caught it on the fishing pole.
What? Cut on a fishing pole? I didn't even know that.
Caught it
I
on
thought
the
he
fishing
shot
pole.
it.
And then he shot it with a 357.
Holy cow!
Oh my gosh.
And that was in the middle of the day. Usually you go
Middle of the
gator
day.
hunting at night.
Oh yeah, you
He's
sitting there
he's just
watching.
reeling it in like it's a big bass.
Oh, you'll see him. He hits the bottom right now. He hits the bottom, and the fishing pole just winks to the bottom. Watch.
Oh.
Shakes the whole boat. He's pulling
So-
the boat 15 miles an hour or so, swimming away.
Yeah, those listening, I mean, you're going to have to share that one with me so that the people
Oh, yeah, I
can see
will.
this. But I
Send
mean,
that to me too.
he ripped the pole right out of Brooks' hand. I mean, that is insane.
About pulled him off the
Did
side.
it? Did it
Yeah,
break
about
the
pulled
pole
outside.
or no?
It didn't break the pole because it was a pretty hefty pole.
When he decided to go and he's like, I've had enough of this, he just, boom.
Oh, he went down. Yeah, he get out of there.
The strength of those animals. That this is the first gator story on the podcast.
Very
That's
cool.
what you gotta do. Just like two Georgia boys
I
out
know,
there.
Georgia
There you go.
Yeah.
That's epic.
I think our uncle used to have a gator named Lightning Strike, and he kept it in the bathtub and fed it hot dogs.
Uncle Bubba.
Uncle Bubba. Yeah. His name is Thomas, but he's Uncle Bubba does.
Uncle Bubba. Oh yeah.
He had a little, I think it was like a 5-6 foot alligator, crocodile, something. He fed it ballpark hot dogs every day. Every single day till it
In his
disappeared.
bathtub.
In his bathtub.
Yeah, he was wild. He had.
So when someone goes to the bathroom in his house, like, what does he do? Just put the gator in the back room? I mean, what the?
They lived on a dock, so they had a house, and then the dock went out to the river and whatever. So
Very cool.
You gotta jump over the python first before you get to the
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that is freaking cool, man. You guys have I feel like I'm pretty sheltered because I've only lived here in Utah, from born and raised here, and just to go to different parts of the country like that and have different experiences. I mean, that is freaking sweet.
It's a definitely different hunting landscape. Gotta say, it's all
more
marshes,
marshlands.
a lot more vegetation,
Yep.
a lot more things that can kill you out there.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, you guys are both pretty young guys. Did you ever do any hunting back there? Or do you go back there and do any hunting?
When I was young, I did a turkey hunt when I was like 11, and went with my dad's boss. And he's like, "Here, I'll take him out. I don't think he's gonna get anything, but he can do it."
Yeah.
Got nailed there with a 410 rifle or a shotgun, and I shot the biggest turkey that year.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That is epic.
And then we went out no time trying to do hog hunting, but other than that, no. This, and then since then, just now doing this duck hunting. That's been about as much as I've done with hunting. He's done way more than me though.
That's very cool.
I haven't been able to actually hunt out there because I've been underage, but I've been on a couple hunts with him. I've been on some duck hunts and I've been on some deer hunts, and just these things with him, and just they're priceless. You can't put a mark on those times that happened with someone that's passed.
So let me ask both of you this then. You bring up a good point. What would you say is, other than the memories that you've already shared, and it's fine if one of these memories is your most memorable memory of Brooks, but what is each of your guys' most favorite memory with your cousin?
I think one of my most favorite memories today is probably we were out coastal Georgia. So St. Simon's Island is there's a little bridge coming from Brunswick. You
Okay.
take the bridge over and there's a little island. It's called St. Simon's. And so right off the coast of that, about 15 miles, 20 miles, we were out on the boat doing a little fishing, offshore fishing and stuff. And first time ever going out deep sea fishing with him, and we were on his little John boat because he's redneck like that, and he takes his John boat out on the open water.
Oh my goodness!
Like, who does that? For one,
a man that kills the Gator state record in Georgia.
there you go.
Of course.
Yes, sir. But we were out there and put out the fishing pole, sitting there waiting, and a big stingray hooks on my pole.
Oh frick!
And I was on probably maybe 10-foot pole, maybe. And it was just a light pole, just one of them ugly sticks.
So you weren't trying for stingrays, first of all?
Oh, we weren't. No.
No, it just happened to hook it.
happened to hook it.
Does that happen often?
Not usually. You don't usually find stingrays that deep, but
Yeah. Crazy. Anyway, sorry, sidetrack.
no, you're good. So anyways, we were out there fishing, and he pulls up on a sea bass. Just pulls up a sea bass, puts it in the cooler. We're gonna take it home for tacos or whatever we had that night. But we were out there fishing, and I hooked that big stingray, and we reel it up to the boat, and he's tossing his spear around the water and stuff, and we reel him up to the boat so we can see him, and he's probably 10 feet wide, 8, 9, 10 feet wide.
Huge stingray.
Huge stingray.
That is insane.
Wow.
So what did Brooks do?
I just, I look over at him, he's laughing his butt off, because you don't ever see someone catch a stingray on a fishing pole like that.
Oh no, that's where I'm saying I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, it's wild. But I look over at him, he's just laughing his butt off.
Just kidding.
You're just giddy. And so we get up to the boat, and he's like, I asked him, are we going to go take it for tacos? And he just laughs at me.
Stingray tacos? Yeah.
He's like,
I'd try it.
Yeah.
he's like, no, we can't get that thing in the boat. He'll spear you to death. And so he just cuts the cord and get going back fishing. But I just seen his smile. He was the most bright person I've ever seen. He just has always got a smile on his face, looking forward to something better, and doesn't take things for granted, I guess.
Yeah.
Most times.
Well, I mean, right there, some people could have been like, well, hell, like, what'd you do that for? They could have gone after you, but I mean, he's just living it up.
Oh,
Like,
yeah,
whatever.
living
I
it
mean, didn't get sea bass, didn't get what you wanted, but I mean, hell, that's a fun memory.
No,
That's so cool.
yeah, that's cool.
That's awesome.
Zach, what's a memory you got?
Let's see. I was young when I was with him, and then I moved away. But I think one of the most memorable ones was another fishing story.
Okay.
Yeah, but I love the fishing and stuff like that. But we went night fishing on called Jekyll Island.
Oh, for sharks.
Yeah, for sharks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you were there too.
Yeah.
So this time you're going for sharks.
Yeah, we're going for sharks this
Holy
time.
crap.
With Uncle Bubba.
With Uncle Bubba too.
Man, so many firsts.
He's worse. He lives in a trailer, and he's just
I
super.
think he has a house now.
Now he does.
And he's got a nice farmland too.
Yeah.
There you go.
He's got some nice stuff, but I remember just the funnest redneck times with him. Anyways,
Oh,
back to
yeah.
Zach.
Caught my first bass with Uncle Bubba. But anyways, yeah, so night fishing for these sharks, you have to take a kayak out into the pitch black
Oh
dark
my
water.
God.
And it's not pretty water either, like Hawaii.
freaking way.
It is murky and like chocolate milk.
Bucket of chum.
Yeah.
That's what he put on the
jeez.
back of the kayak.
A bucket of chum?
A bucket
Oh,
of
yeah.
chum.
Are you spilling the chum? Is
Oh,
that
yeah.
what you're doing?
You gotta take it out of your-
You're out there chumming.
Gotta take it out with your hand, all the nasty, smelly blood and cut up fish and guts and all that. Throw it into the water with your hand. And you just keep kayaking.
Oh,
Pick it
yeah.
up in the dark with sharks in the water.
You know, that
And
sounds
throws it at me too.
Yeah, that sounds pretty smart to me. Here, let me go out on a kayak that's shaped like a fish and smell like a dead fish.
Yeah, great idea.
Yeah,
At night too.
Is there any way you had freaking sharks trailing you?
Oh, I bet there's
definitely.
St.
You
Simon's
ever
Island.
see them?
Oh, yeah, you see them all the
Yeah,
time.
there's huge great whites, huge hammerheads. We actually, with the same pier that you were fishing at one time, there was a dolphin that was bitten clean in half
Oh my freaking!
by a huge great white
The
shark.
shark that I was gonna say like had to be great white or something.
Yeah.
The shark that had to do that. That's insane.
Yeah, St. Simon's Island is a big breeding grounds for great whites and
Wow.
hammerheads. So
How about that?
and bonnet heads. Those are like a mix between a great white and a hammerhead shark.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, they got like more of a smooth head rather than just a flat, straight edge
Okay,
like the
okay.
hammerhead. Yeah.
Very cool.
It still looks like a hammerhead, but it has more of a round curve too on the ends.
And so when you're fishing down there, sorry I cut you off while you were in your story.
No, you're good.
But when you're fishing down there, are you going for just about anything that's going to bite? I mean,
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
And it's nighttime, you know, it's out there when the bugs are out, and you're
Yeah.
just hating life at that point, sitting on a kayak with chum behind you in the water.
That was good. I was loving it. It was fun. So are you actually fishing from the kayak though, or is someone back on beach?
So
Sorry,
you
I think
start
that's where we
yeah,
left.
so you start off with the kayak and the chum, but you have to. Somebody's out at the beach or the pier where we were fishing from, and they have the pole, and then you take the hook with the chum and the fish on it all the way out there with you on the kayak.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. And so, because you
I've
got to
always
get out
wondered
there,
how
you got to
that-
get to deeper water, away from the surf and everything too.
Very cool. Yeah, that's the first thing. You got to get through the surf, and then when you're through the surf, I would imagine, like you said, you're out there in the chocolate milk, chumming away. I mean,
Pitch black at night.
Oh.
you guys are talking to the guy that absolutely has the biggest fear of sharks. Serious. I mean, so here's a quick story from me. I was in California with my cousin. His nickname is Buddy Buddy Buddy. Anyway,
Alright, yeah.
so you guys got a Bubba. I
You
got
got
Buddy
Buddy.
Buddy Buddy. Yeah, there you go. So I'm out there with Buddy Buddy Buddy, and we get pulled out by a riptide. I think that's what it's called. Riptide.
Yeah,
riptide.
Anyway, by a riptide, and my dad and my sister, they were able to get through it, and I just start hauling, swimming, and I make it through it. Well, all of a sudden, my cousin's on his boogie board, and he's like literally up to his chin, darn near ready to drown. And he'll tell you, like, I was going to drown if you didn't come back for me. And my dad's like, get Matt, get Buddy, Buddy, Buddy. And I'm like, dang it! Like, I'm making it through this riptide. No, I'll go back and say Buddy, Buddy, Buddy. And so I go back to
I
that.
had to
well,
say his name 3 times.
I know, sorry.
You're like, I gotta say this guy not once, but 3 more times. Buddy, buddy, buddy.
He's not the guy, heck yeah.
That's awesome.
And so he's out there and on this boogie board, or without a boogie board actually at that point. And I have a boogie board and I toss it to him. He gets up on it, we get up on it. Well, we're still getting pulled out in deep water. And it was about that time he goes, you think there's sharks out here? I'm sitting here biting my tongue, folks,
course
because I
there
was
is.
about to say some choice words. Yeah, we're off the coast of San Diego. Yeah, there's sharks, Matt. What do you think? And oh my heck, it's my worst fear.
Ooh, that's some cold water too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Oh yeah.
See, I'm the complete opposite. I love sharks. I want to go free diving with some sharks.
Oh yeah,
No way,
Yes.
okay.
Scuba diving in deep water,
Heck yeah.
water moccasins and all that.
I mean, I've been from me to you with some sharks, and like we were just playing in the beach and have a couple fish jumping, and then a huge shark just breaches right next to you.
No
yeah.
freaking way.
Oh,
It was all
It's
over the coast
amazing.
of Georgia.
Oh, see, I'd cry like a little girl. I'd be running to the beach so fast and couldn't get in that car fast enough. Serious. So back to your fishing, okay? How successful are you guys when you go out and you're doing this? The kayak, the chumming?
You know what? I mean, I think we get sharks about every time. Yeah.
No kidding.
They can range from big sharks to little sharks. I only caught ever little sharks,
Uh-huh.
but like I've seen them and they come up and bump the kayak sometimes
Wow.
just to check us out. But yeah, that night was like the night that I caught my first hammerhead. It was pretty cool.
Very cool.
Yeah, it helped me reel it in and everything, and we got it off the hooks. And you got to be careful with the teeth. You know, they'll bite your finger off.
Oh yeah, totally. So what's a? You say you've only caught small sharks, but I mean hammerheads, they can get gigantic.
They can.
How big
Yeah.
was your hammerhead?
He was just about like 3 feet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've caught a bonnet head that was like 5'8" or whatever. You
Wow.
know, it was a pretty big bonnet head. But me and my uncle tried to reel it in. We were fishing off the beach, and I was about waist deep in water, hooked onto the fish, and I was just getting pulled. You know,
Jeez.
little 7-year-old Gavin trying not to get pulled into the riptide
Yep.
by this big old shark. And my uncle, Uncle Brooks grabs me by the arm and pulls me back up the shore with the pole still in my hand. I wasn't gonna let go of that pole.
Oh yeah, no.
But we reeled it back up, and he's got it, and people on the beach, he was holding it in his hands, and people on the beach were just running up to us trying to pet the shark. You know, I was like, it's not a cat.
But it's the coolest thing to see a
Yeah,
shark.
hey, we
for
catch
sure.
these things, but yeah, it's gonna rip around here and take your finger off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. My Uncle Shane caught one deep sea fishing, and it was huge, the biggest shark I've ever seen.
Oh my heck.
Do you remember how big that one was? It was a hammerhead. It was a big hammerhead.
I think it was, yeah.
It was. Do you remember how big it was? Like
I don't.
Past like 20 or.
It was big though.
It was one of the biggest hammerheads I've ever seen.
I think he had it on a down rig, didn't he?
Yeah, it took
like that.
him like 2 hours to get that shark in.
Jeez.
When you're
That's
fishing
insane.
out there in that deep water,
Mhm.
it is tough to get those fish in.
Oh yeah, because they can just dive. They can just get away from you.
Yeah, but Brooks brought home the tuna that night, and that was the best tuna I ever tasted.
Here's that
No
tuna
kidding,
right
let's
there.
see.
You got tuna
Wow.
steaks.
So what is that? Is that yellowfin or something?
It's a yellowfin tuna. You
Okay.
just cut it, you fillet it, put it into steaks, and then the steaks you super thin, and then you just eat it just right off the fish.
Man.
The meat is red too. It's like a steak.
Oh yeah.
Like a
So
pancake
I've
steak.
had like ahi tuna and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. That is awesome.
Oh yeah,
Or like poke bowls.
Mm-hmm.
those are
Me
good.
and my wife love poke bowls. So I mean, man, I'm just sitting here licking my chops looking at that.
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish.
So man, your uncle and cousin Brooks, I mean, he was an avid outdoorsman. Going from deep sea fishing. Oh my heck. Is that him in the chair?
That is him in the chair.
That's cool.
Yeah, they
So-
were telling me one time that they caught the state record mahi mahi.
Oh no.
I actually have a
kidding.
picture of it.
You got that picture?
I do
So
have
they
a
didn't
picture.
record it or like record it down, put it to the state record,
Uh-huh.
but they got back home and they weighed it and they knew how much it was, but then they ate him. And
it's mahi mahi cost.
they could have had the record, but they were looking it up and they're like, "Wow, we just ate the record."
It wasn't something that was like it was just funny to him. Here's that picture.
Oh my heck, yeah, it's huge. It's darn near as long. Well, I mean, yeah, it's probably bigger than him.
He's probably 5'7", 5'8".
Yeah.
Yeah, and that fish is about as big as him.
Yeah,
But
about 6 foot, mahi mahi.
it's wider than him by far.
Wow,
Tail fins are just as wide as his stomach is.
that is so epic. So I mean, kind of back to my point too. I mean, he is just an avid fisherman, outdoorsman. That's cool.
Oh,
Has he
yeah.
got any big buck stories?
I do
Oh,
have
I'm
a
sure
buck
he
story.
does, yeah.
So he was hunting in Canada with Uncle Bubba again.
There
So
you go.
there's a little funny correlation. To
So
that.
is Uncle Bubba? Is it his brother?
No, so Uncle Bubba is his uncle and my uncle too.
Oh, okay.
So my grandma, she had 7 kids.
Gotcha.
And she had the first 4, waited 10 years, and had the last 3.
Oh, that's
So
nice.
my mom actually
Cool
kind of grew
family
up
dynamic.
with Brooks. They're like a few years apart, and so yeah, it's so funny that there's a huge age gap, but everybody's still so mixed together.
Oh yeah.
And so yeah, we've got uncles and cousins, and they're all the same ages and everything like that too.
That's
yeah,
epic.
so I'm trying to find this picture, but while we're doing that, if you have any other questions, go ahead and.
No, yeah. So with him being that big into the outdoors and stuff, what is with? Well, let's kind of swing this way first of all. So, Zach, you've kind of taken your hunting inspiration from Brooks into duck hunting and stuff, and not only duck hunting but fishing and things like that. What inspired you to start doing that from Brooks? I mean, if that makes sense. Like why all of a sudden did you start doing it?
Yeah. So my dad, every time he had a chance, we would always go to the mountains and just hike and see tons of waterfalls. We explored all the Great Smokies. We did so many parts of the Appalachian Trail. I mean, just there's so much to see out there. And that was his favorite thing to do. So that kind of passed it on to me. I hate being cooped up in the house.
Oh,
Like I can't stand it.
I can't stand it
Can't
either.
either.
I cannot sit there.
So we never had iPads or anything like that either. I don't think those were invented yet, but but we never like just sat down and watched TV. We were always outside. Like we'd just go and jump in mud puddles, and we even got lost one time for like a couple hours. We weren't lost, but everybody thought we were.
Uh-huh.
We were just playing in the big dirt pile. Came back and the police were all like, "Hey, where are you guys at? Your parents are looking for you."
we're just playing on the dirt.
Yeah, that's how it goes. So we were always outside. So I've always loved being outside. And my dad used to take us catfishing when we were little, and it was fun, but it's nothing like trout fishing.
Yeah.
You know, you just throw it out there and wait for them to come to you. And so I'm like, cool, fishing's fun. I liked it, but I hadn't done it in a long time.
So your dad was a big proponent too.
Yes,
getting
yeah,
out there.
definitely, yeah.
Very cool.
So then I moved out here, went to school, kind of forgot about it, but I went hiking every week at school. And then we went back to the Outer Banks, which is in North Carolina, for a family trip, just everybody at the beach. And that's whenever they caught the big hammerhead shark and the big tuna.
Oh my heck.
And we went on a shore fishing trip, like an inshore, because like the offshore fishing trips, the deep sea, those are so expensive.
Oh, yeah. You spend 30 grand to go out there with a group of guys.
Yeah.
Jeez,
So my dad
that's
still
insane.
wanted us to take us fishing, so we went inshore and caught a bunch of Spanish mackerel, which is pretty
cool.
fun. Like
Very-
you just fish with a little flashy thing, and they come and jump right on you. You catch like 30 of them in an
Wow.
hour.
How about that? That's
It's fun.
cool.
And I'm like, wow, I forgot how fun this was. Fishing was. So I came back to Utah the next day, got a fishing pole, got a kayak, and just started it up.
Where was the first place you went on your
First
kayak?
place I went was Mirror Lake.
Oh, how about that?
Yeah.
Cool. Very
Caught
great.
a tiger trout about 5 inches. To me, he was 20.
I was gonna say,
They always seem bigger than they are.
They grow every time you say the story.
oh yeah, those ocean fish, man, they aren't quite like a little mountain trout.
No.
They're a lot bigger.
I will say though that catching trout here in the mountains is so much fun. I love trout.
What's the word I'm looking for? I think I'm probably gonna butcher this, but like I think the word's like serenity, or like just like the beauty of the mountains alone, and then you're out there fishing and you actually hook something.
Oh yeah,
Man,
absolutely.
what a better day.
I loved hiking. Now I got a lake and gotta get to catch something. That's just the added bonus.
Oh yeah,
You know,
totally.
even if I don't catch anything, I still had a good like experience out there in this beautiful nature. Like Utah's got so many good places.
And I'll tell you what, you'll never see any prettier mountains than Utah.
Yeah.
The best mountains I've ever seen.
I was gonna say, so we're both of you are from Georgia, and it sounds like you came out here at a pretty young age and stuff. What was your first thoughts from where you'd been to here?
Oh yeah, I thought the mountains in Tennessee and Georgia were just huge because you drive through them and they're like giant, big, and just covered in trees. Really pretty,
Oh, yeah.
super pretty in the fall too. If you haven't been out there, you gotta go.
I've been to Virginia,
Virginia's
and
just
so
as
I
good.
mean,
Yeah,
big rolling hills.
yeah.
I thought that I had seen a forest being out here. Okay, maybe I've seen some pine trees in a patch,
Yeah.
but that is forest.
How you feel about the forest is how I felt about seeing these mountains.
Oh yeah, my
I'm
eyes were just like, there's trees everywhere.
I've
Like,
almost-
this is freaky how many trees there are.
Oh yeah.
I almost
I can't
crashed my
see.
car so many times looking at the mountains.
That's
Yeah,
amazing.
it's amazing.
That's the problem right there. that's when you know it's beautiful.
Yeah. So yeah, then just with fishing, you know, I just kept doing it and I loved it and just learned all about it. Then I had a friend at work with me. He's like, "What if we do a podcast about it?" And I'm
Nice.
like, "Okay, yeah, that sounds fun." So we got our iPhones, got like a little portable speaker together, and we just went out and had for like a year, did a little podcast for it.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, it was fun. It was called Hook 'em High, just like the YouTube channel. I carried it over.
Nice.
And we got to interview some great people and stuff like that. And the podcasting is fun, but I'm like, ugh. So they couldn't stick with it because, you know, life gets in the way. I went to nursing school.
Yep.
I'm still in it. And then he had a family. He got married and to a woman with like 2 kids already, so he had to go do that. And then I'm like, okay, I'll just take it over. And someone said, well, we really like to see your videos.
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, all right, well, let me just get straight into YouTube.
Yeah, just
And
pull it up.
it's doing a lot better than
Cool.
it was, which is cool. Yeah. And
I was
so
gonna
that's
say, how many
the fishing.
people follow you?
A whole huge number of 247.
There you go. If you're listening to this podcast right now, you are one of 50. So I will give you that, man. That's
yeah,
cool.
I've only been going for like 2 months, so it's been doing good.
Good for in 2 months though, 250 people.
Mhm.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
Right on.
so definitely I'll send my 240 followers over your way.
Oh, there you go.
to
There you
this.
go.
Yeah,
Heck
absolutely.
yeah. That would be awesome, man.
Yeah, and then just with duck hunting, yeah, Brooks. You know?
Brooks kind of just inspired you from everything that he'd done.
Oh, absolutely.
The biggest inspiration ever.
Yeah,
Cool.
Biggest. I just wanted to commemorate him because I was never there with him. I was so far away. I actually didn't get to go to the funeral, but I still wanted to honor him.
Yep.
I'm very close with his brothers and sisters too. Like your mom, which is his sister. She lives out here, and we just hang out all the time.
That's awesome.
But I'm like, yeah, I need to do something to commemorate Brooks. We're gonna share something real quick before I continue.
Yeah, let's look
Yeah.
at that. So you pulled up a deer, like we were talking about here in a
He's
minute.
a little whitetail.
Not only does this man catch state record, mahi-mahi, gators, he shoots big deer, people. This dude is awesome.
He's a legend. One for the books. But anyways, so this deer he shot in Canada with Uncle
nice.
Bubba. I don't know exactly where. I wasn't informed on that part, but he got this buck mounted, and the guy who mounted it for him was just jaw dropped because he's never seen a buck that with that many points and that wide. It's like when you see one of them cactus bucks in the Appalachians or something. You see one of them cactus bucks, and then you go out to Canada, and you see the difference in the size of the antlers they have. The drop downs were probably 3 inches, 4
Well,
inches.
look at the eye guards on him too. I mean, they're just
Eye guards are
massive, heavy,
huge.
and beautiful mount too. He's got it up on a shoulder mount for those listening. I mean, the deer. I mean that's a big body deer too, big, mature. That's
The
awesome.
kids say, he thick.
That's a thick deer.
But that was
awesome.
He's killed lots of good looking bucks and all different types of deer and all just everything. Imagine something that you haven't killed. He's killed it.
Yeah, that is amazing. Very, very cool.
Some great experiences.
But they're very respectful about it too. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh,
not
yeah.
killing just to killing.
Mhm.
It's all for meat, all for mounting it and stuff like that. Respecting the animal too. That's like something that we learned from him too. It's like you gotta respect this sort of thing. You're taking a life.
He definitely taught us the respect part of it, and definitely taught me how to be humble. That's one of the big things he led me to, and I'm glad I got that from him.
Well, and I mean, in your story, I think your story of that state record mahi-mahi is the pinnacle of the kind of guy he is. Here's a guy, goes out fishing, it seemed like he was with buddies and stuff, comes back in, or he's a great outdoorsman in the fact that, I mean, some guys probably would have caught that mahi-mahi and been like, oh, well, let's get it weighed and let's get it da-da-da, and then let it go to waste. But I mean, he just brought it back and he's like, this is dinner. Like, we're going to eat it. Why not?
He didn't even care. No, he's eating it, and they were like, they weighed it and everything, and they're, oh, the state record. Yep.
Yep. That's what I mean. It's like, there's some people that is like the only reason why they hunt. I mean, you guys see that big buck that's behind you. And when I was out on that hunt, these guides and stuff, they were all worried about the score.
Where was he taken at?
Right here in Utah on the Henry Mountains. And I haven't actually told the story on that buck yet. I'm saving him in my back pocket.
Okay.
But
Alright.
so without giving up too much detail, and I've shared this before, but like the guides were like all worried. They're like, oh, he's short on this point and he's short on that. And I'm just sitting there going, are you guys smoking something? This deer is
big.
yeah, this thing's gigantic. Like, why are we even worrying about this? And it seems just like your uncle was a good sportsman in that way, where it's about the experience, it's about having memories, and at the end of the day, you catch, clean, and cook what you get.
I've never seen so many people affected by his words and his respect to things people have to say to him. And he's not does everyone like know him, but everyone has a story about him. It's not just little things like I love Brooks. It's something like just a story that they've been affected by him with and things like that.
Well, that's cool. Very cool. We're going to swing things back your way, Zach.
Yeah.
So, how did your first waterfowl season go?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of in memory of your uncle, or no, cousin.
Cousin, yeah.
Sorry, I'm bouncing back.
It's
and forth.
okay, yeah, no,
In memory
I get it mixed up
of
too.
your cousin, Brooks. How was your first hunting season?
So for me, it was a success. I only killed one duck, so I mean, it's not like a blowout season or in any means. But you know, for me, I mean, sometimes when I go like fishing, I catch one fish, great day, you know. But just like this duck, it was great. So I got a $200 shotgun from my friend named Chris,
Nice.
and it wasn't even a real hunting shotgun. it was a home defense gun.
Oh goodness.
Home defense shotgun with a short barrel.
The
Like
barrel
short barrel
the barrel's
shotgun.
like 6 inches. It's so funny.
That's
It's not
awesome.
about size, it's about how you use it. But yeah, I just get that and get some shells. I'm like, okay, now what? What do I do now?
Oh yeah.
So I tried to go sneak up on them. I'm like, yeah, ducks are stupid, you know?
Yeah.
They're just birds.
Yeah, it's a duck.
Hardest thing ever to
They're
sneak
smart,
up on a
huh?
duck. They are so smart. They can hear you and see you coming from a mile away, and you get there, they just take off, and they're too far out of range. And I tried shooting it, they just blew the sky wide
Oh, yeah.
open, you know?
You're like, oh crap, maybe Brooks was a little better.
I'm like, yeah, bro. It's like, where's your spirit? Come with me, man.
Yeah, come on, man. What's going on? I need you.
I probably walked more than like 8 miles that day trying to get a duck
Oh, my
along
God.
the Utah Lake shoreline.
Okay.
And just like I was so cold because it was cold that week. The water was starting to freeze. So I actually had to get my license later because I didn't know you had to go through. And
Oh my heck, Gavin, so what's that, just a day? One
That-
day of hunting?
I think that's a couple hours out
Oh
in
my
the spot.
heck. That's amazing.
yeah, there's
Yeah,
tons
avid
of ducks
waterfowl hunting.
in Georgia.
That's cool.
Handfuls of ducks.
Yeah, but so for any new duck hunters out here, make sure you do your hunter's education before the season.
Yep.
I didn't know that, so I had to do hunter's education, and I had to take it in the middle of the season because they were all booked up, you know.
Okay.
So I got a late start anyway.
So wait, you didn't find that out the hard way? You didn't have a run-in with the law, did you?
No.
Oh, thank God. Sorry, that's what I thought you were implying was like, I figured out the hard way that I need my hunter's education.
No, I have enough experience with fishing that know there's like tons of rules.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know it'd be like, it would take so many steps to get to duck hunting. I thought it was just like fishing license. You just buy the license and go out.
Yeah, and go
No,
out.
you gotta do hunter's education, you gotta get a duck stamp, you gotta get a hip number, then you gotta buy the license for them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, dang, that's a lot of work. Just go get a duck.
Yep.
So finally, around December, I got to do it. And so I went out there a couple times just by myself, and I'm like, this isn't working.
Uh-huh.
You know, walking tired. I didn't even have the correct waders on. I still was using my fishing waders,
Uh-huh.
so I couldn't even feel my feet by the end of the
I
day.
mean, I was gonna say they still work unless they're not
Still work.
insulated or something.
They're not insulated at all.
Oh, dang. That is
I'm
that is a
trying,
little miserable.
But I'm frozen.
Being cold out here.
Yeah, I saw a couple pretty nice ones though out there on the lake. I mean, probably went to places that nobody's ever been to.
Mm-hmm.
Saw some, I think some buffleheads out there, which are pretty rare.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Very cool.
Saw some redheads and stuff. I'm like, wow, I just want to get those.
Yeah.
So one of my buddies, Chase, I went to school with his wife, and I'm like, hey, does he still go duck hunting? Would he be interested in like showing a new person to go out there? And she's like, yeah, definitely. And so I'm like, yeah, I thought duck hunting's like an all-day thing, you know,
Yeah.
go out at night. No, he's like, let's get up at 3 a.m. You're gonna come and meet at my house.
Oh, geez.
It's 17 degrees outside
Yeah.
when we do this. And I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I get into?
It's definitely a hard sport.
Yeah. So I wake up anyways. I'm all groggy and bundled up. I don't even have camo. I'm just like in a red jacket. Total novice here.
Oh, yeah.
Red jacket, my fishing waders, and he sees me getting out of the car. He's like, all right, let me just get you a coat with some camo on it, get you a beanie to hide your face, and we're just gonna go to this place.
Oh, yeah.
So we get out there. You know where Saratoga Hot Springs are?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Right there where the hot springs? Right at the shoreline. That's where we set up.
Oh, no way. How about that?
Right there.
Huh.
And we hid in the weeds. We saw a couple come in, and we shot at them. But my gun didn't work. It just wouldn't go. And I'm like, oh, that was it. But they all missed too, so I didn't feel as bad.
Home defense guns out for hunting, guys.
Yeah. And so I'm like, what's wrong with my gun? So I had them look at it. They pull the trigger. It works just fine.
Actually, I'll counter that with, I would hope my home defense gun works better than my hunting
Yeah,
gun.
no, it works. So they shoot it, it goes off, and it's way louder than their guns combined.
Yeah, oh,
Because
yeah.
it's such a short barrel. And they're like, well, I don't know what's wrong with it. It's working fine. So we sit there, nothing else comes by, so we go back, and as we're packing up, we see a bunch of like redheads hanging out in the weeds.
Very
And we're like, okay, we're gonna go jump on these guys and jump shoot them. We go out there, sneak it up, gun doesn't fire again. I'm like, oh my gosh.
no.
I was so upset. And they all shoot, but they missed them too. So it just wasn't a good day.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I just didn't know what happened. So I was kind of bummed, but I'm like, you know what? I'm the kind of person that if I fail at something, I try to go back and do it again.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I go to a lake and I fish it and I don't catch anything,
Yeah.
I get obsessed with that lake. I'm like, okay, I gotta catch something out of this.
Yeah, I got to get something out of this thing.
Mm-hmm. So I go back
Wow.
multiple times. So I'm like, all right, we're going back to this place to get these ducks. We know they're there,
Mhm. Oh yeah.
you know? And but they couldn't do it. A couple weeks go by, Christmas goes by. I try to go out by myself again, and it's just not working. New Year's Day, we go out. He's like, hey, we're getting some guys together. We're going out, and we're going to go back to that same place.
Nice.
I'm like, okay, I can do it. I'm free. Let's go.
Guns clean.
Guns clean.
Or guns ready, at least.
Guns ready, I think. I went out and shot it a couple more times. I'm like, okay, it should work this time. I figured out the
Okay.
quirks with it. Knew how to lock it. Knew how to get the safety off.
Good.
The safety was off when I was pulling the gun. When trying to shoot it. Let me tell you that.
Okay.
So it's not just a user error.
Good.
And anyway, so we're out there waiting for a good long time. It's a beautiful sunset right over Utah Lake, and we finally see a mallard and a hen coming in, and they come and swoop in, come around like this, just do like that beautiful arc, and I'm sitting there waiting, and one of the guys standing next to me goes, okay, wait. He's like, don't shoot him yet, I'm okay. And they were nice. They put me at the very edge of the weeds because I had the shotgun, you know,
Uh-huh.
so I could shoot it
Oh,
closer, because if not, I'd be shooting
Uh-huh.
just everything out there.
Yeah.
And it came down, he said, shoot. He said, now. And I popped it, shot the female out the sky. Somebody else got the male, the drake.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, all right, I got it. Everybody's high-fiving. And we look out there, she's swimming around.
Oh, no.
We're like, wait, she's not dead. They're like, go finish it off. So I gotta run out there, and I shoot it 3 more times, unload onto it, hit it every time. The duck is still swimming around and living.
Oh.
And so I'm like, buddies, guys, come help me out here. I'm not gonna have enough time to reload this. They go out there, unload their shotgun on it. It's still swimming until one more shot. And we're like, this duck is wearing Kevlar vest.
Man.
Like, what is happening?
That duck's like, we've heard about this Zach guy. I'm not dying with that short barrel gun. No way. I'm going to stay alive.
Oh my gosh, it was so
If a duck
funny.
can talk, that's what
That'd be it. I mean, you know, like, I'm just shooting no home defense gun. But it was just the coolest feeling seeing it fall from the sky, and I seen that I actually got one. I'm like, it
Heck
was
yeah.
so cool.
Oh, you had to work for that duck.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's for sure.
Definitely.
Very cool.
And yeah, it was just an awesome time. And then that day they shot down another goose, and that my gun
Wow.
decided not to fire that day.
Yeah.
That time. I'm like, okay, I'm only allowed 1 duck a season, I guess.
I was gonna say, I guess that trip you just gotta say, hey, I'm grateful for the one I got.
Right.
There you go.
So then I posted that picture online in commemoration of Brooks, dedicated to him. Like my first duck dedicated to Brooks. Posted a picture with him with it. Do you have that picture? The one that I posted.
I don't think I do.
Anyways, well, I'll put it in the video
Yeah,
and
totally.
send it to you.
Sure.
But he's
Okay.
got 2 pintails in his hands. It's just a great picture.
Oh, I do have that
Um,
picture. That's what you're talking about. Yes, I do have
And
that.
so I kind of like positioned myself in that way to try to like side by side it.
Yeah.
And
Oh, wow. Fantastic.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Beautiful ducks. And
Beautiful
so
picture.
I am so happy. Yeah, my friend, he took it home. He said he was gonna like pluck it and prepare it for me because I was gonna go ice fishing that same day.
Yeah.
So I haven't got that duck yet, but I did. I will get some. And so
Very
Gavin
cool.
saw it. He's like, dude, I didn't know you were into duck hunting. He's like, we need to go. Let's go
yeah.
right now. So
Oh,
he
yeah.
came all the way down from Ogden that day. And he drove down and
Same day.
spent the night. Same day. He's like, let's go out. So we actually went to the store, bought some decoys because I hadn't got any decoys
Oh, my
yet.
heck.
Yeah, he brought down his bag of decoys.
So it just took 1 duck and then you were hooked.
Oh, definitely. I was hoping before that, but once I got it, I was like, yes, this is it.
Oh,
Right?
yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
spot.
Yeah.
Very
And so
cool.
then the next 2 days we went hunting out together.
Showed him how to call a little bit.
Yeah, I know now how to call and stuff like that. He's a menace with a goose call though.
Oh, no way. Do you go a lot?
I do go a lot. Yeah,
Fantastic.
probably went 30 times this season.
No kidding.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
Yeah. So we went out and then we went up to around Ogden Bay area.
It's
What's that
it's
place
Willard Bay. It's,
Willard Bay.
It's,
Yeah, just north.
Do you know where the spur is?
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was called like Howell something.
That is some of the best waterfowl hunting you'll ever have.
The
I mean,
spur?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the spur.
Oh yeah.
The-
Yeah, I mean, once you took me out there, I thought Utah Lake was fun. He took me there, seeing ducks everywhere. I'm like, okay, this
Well, I
is the
mean,
place to be.
you have one of the biggest bird refuges this side of
Northern
the
Utah.
Rockies. Yeah, and I mean, literally in the West. I mean, it is gigantic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and we were sitting there in the weeds, and we had our decoys set out, right, and he just throws his decoys out there in a little group like that.
My little teals,
Those little teals, and I'm like, dude, are you kidding me?
Oh, that's not even the first part. You got to tell me about me getting stuck in the mud.
Oh, okay. So we come off the trail, and there's this deep little trench.
It's like a canal.
It's like a little canal, yeah.
You get to like the little flooded area.
Flat flooded water area where ducks like to be.
Yep.
And so I get down there and I'm like, all right, Zach, let's go. So I go first, and I'm down about waist deep, and then I step 1 foot more, and I sink to my nipples in mud.
Oh, right.
In that
Up over you had
mud.
waders on?
I did, but they go up to my neck-ish.
Oh, okay.
So
Lucky.
I'm glad it went there,
Lucky.
but we get going, and I sink, because that mud is like quicksand.
Oh, yeah.
And I keep walking. I'm like, dude, you gotta walk fast.
Yeah, he didn't tell me that until I was already like in the mud getting stuck. Because when I see him, he's like gliding over it, like going fast. I'm like, oh wow, that's nice and easy. It must not be that deep.
Yeah.
Keep in mind, I'm like almost 100 pounds heavier than he is.
Yeah.
I'm like, great, that's fun. So he just got out there just fine, got to the spot. I get out there, and I'm like, oh man, this stuff is deep and it's hard to get your foot out of, and I have bad balance. So I'm going slow, and it's just.
I mean, I get to our spot when he's about a quarter of the way there.
Uh-huh.
I get to our spot, and I drop my stuff, and I'm like, dude, you need help? He's on his hands and knees crawling through the mud.
This cold water, I'm like trying to get there. Like, how did you get through this? This is terrible.
It's got a huge ice over the top of it, and he's on his hands and knees crawling.
I'm like, if it
Trying to
wasn't
get
for
out
my
the mud.
love for the outdoors, that would have ended it for me.
I was going to say, you're like sitting there going, oh, Ted, if I ever go with Gavin,
I'm like,
man.
I'm gonna die in this mud.
Yeah,
I'm
this
like,
guy's
come get me.
This guy's trying to take me out to the swamp and put me out of my misery.
I'm like, my poor guy, I'm gonna fall in this mud, I'm gonna drown, and then he's gonna have to shoot me, put me out of my misery, and drive home and tell my mom that I died in the mud.
Well, I haven't died down for his feet and his waders. That's the worst part.
See, I would have thought Georgia boys could handle a little bit of Salt Lake
I
City.
know.
I'm just
You
messing up.
can, yeah, I mean, I must have forgot, I guess. No. So now I know how to go fast. Going back out was a lot better.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Anyways, we get to our spot, and I'm like, Zach, throw your decoys out. So we throw our decoys out. I have mine spread out, and it's got a nice spread. And Zach just throws us out there. He's like, does that look good? I'm like, yeah.
Hey, to me, what I've seen work, no presentation or pattern is the best pattern.
There you go. Okay.
Anyways, he got
His
his
decoy strategy, just throw them out there.
Yeah. So he's got his decoys out there, and they're kind of. I got some mallards and some hens, and I got them spread out, and he's got a bunch of teals just in one little circle. And I'm like, dude, Zach, you gotta. I
keep telling them mallards and teals, they don't mix, man.
So he's like, okay, we'll try it. So we go sit down for a bit. I was calling stuff in. They were going around us looking at the decoys and making sure they're real and stuff, And they just keep playing. I'm like, Zach, I don't think this is working. We need to go change those up, put them in a nice spread. So I walk out there and I put them in.
I'm telling you can go move them. I'm not getting back about that.
I am done.
I'm like, Zach,
I am done. I was on my hands and knees. I'm done.
I'm like,
I'm
Zach,
gonna shoot this duck. When it comes in after you go and change that spread.
I'm like, Zach, go throw your decoys in a different spot, dude. And he's like, no, you go do it. I'm like, okay. So I go
I
out
also
there.
told him, if I shoot a duck today, you're getting my duck too.
Yeah. So I got there and I spread the decoys out in a better spot. And I kept calling, and we had a group of teals fly in. And I've never shot a teal in my whole life till that moment. And
It's a beautiful
They're
teal.
fast, huh?
oh yeah, they came in fast. I think it was 3 or 4.
Well, we were right there, and we I don't know, the way my back was turned, I couldn't see on this side, and he couldn't see on this side.
Uh-huh.
So we were like checking each other's sixes, That all of a sudden they just plopped down right there in the water.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Like,
calling, I'm
dude,
doing the
where-
feeder call and stuff, and I didn't even hear them. I heard some geese
They must
far
have
away
come
though.
from behind us, but
And
yeah, they were there fast.
Yeah,
so-
being the goose expert, you're like, where the freak
I
is
know.
that?
I was like looking for the geese, and I switch over to my geese call and start calling, and they land, and I'm like, Zach, be quiet. Like, don't move, dude. These ducks are right here, and it was a good spot for us. We were set up right in the bridge of some weeds, and we sat in the middle of them. on both
Okay.
sides of them, and looking out to the water is probably, I don't know how much water. There's a lot.
There's a lot of water. It's a beautiful place.
But anyways, they land, and I'm like, when we stand up slow, because we're kind of cheap. I didn't want to miss my only shot that day, so I was like, let them land. so they land on the water, and I was like, okay, 3, 2, 1, and I was like, kill him. And we just both pop him off, and I got the shot off before him on accident. Not on
He shot my duck.
Hey, take the left one.
Well, that's the tail I shot.
Wow, yeah, beautiful green. Wait, is that a green?
It's a green wing too.
Green wing, that's what they're called.
Yeah, he's a pretty green wing, but
And then again, another group of mallards came by, and we shot at them, and we thought we missed them. Coming back, we see him laying in the ditch.
Oh, no way.
He flew off and died right next to the
Whoa,
the
going back to
canal.
the trucks.
Going back to we're like, wait, is that a duck? And then we're like, that's your duck. You shot.
That's awesome, man.
It was wild. It was a good night.
No.
It was a great night.
Beautiful bird, and I mean, but what a fun memory. I mean, you guys, and what I think's really cool is that your Uncle Brooks, this once again goes back to your uncle and cousin Brooks. It's like he kind of both got you involved in the great outdoors along with your dads and stuff, you know. But then all of a sudden, for you guys to go out now and make memories together again,
I know.
now that you're older and stuff,
His legacy was great.
that's cool.
He left some good things for both
Oh yeah,
of
I
us.
can't wait to keep it going and go back out again next season.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You'll have more.
I'm
We'll
gonna
have to go sometime.
Oh absolutely.
I don't know if you
Yeah,
guys
it's
saw,
fun
but I
trip.
got a duck boat on the side of my house.
I just got a couple kayaks, so we're good to go. Yeah, let's go on the duck
We'll
boat
do
too.
some kayaks, do
Yeah.
whatever you guys want.
Let's do
We'll have
it.
to go sometime.
My goal is to get like I want to get a wood duck, a pintail, and then a merganser. Those
Nice.
are my top 3 right there. That I wanna
Very
get.
cool. Very cool.
There's not usually wood ducks in Utah, right?
There's some. Yeah,
I've seen a couple, but I've
not like the South and stuff.
Yeah.
I've heard like the South. There's quite a few wood ducks and stuff.
I killed my first wood duck this year.
Did you now?
It was so cool.
Sweet.
You almost ran him over.
That's true.
Whoa! Ran over your first wood duck?
They're like, we cannot lose this duck. So
Yeah.
they drive up the boat almost like right on top of him.
Oh my heck, that's funny.
I'll show you. This isn't the wood duck, but you're talking about a different duck.
I thought that was the wood duck.
No, that was a different one. So anyway,
Oh, okay.
a group came in. I was hunting with my cousins and my uncle, and a group came in. We were calling, and they came up over us, and there was about 6 of them. They came around, did a couple of laps, and then they were coming down to land in our decoys. And so the ducks were above us, and I just took a couple free shots. I was like, I'm just sniping one of these, trying to get one down.
Oh yeah.
So I look up and I start shooting. And then I come down, and one of them lands right like 3 feet in front of me. 3 feet. And I didn't know that I was supposed to walk up and wring his neck or whatever you're supposed to do.
Oh, so you shot him and it landed. Sorry.
I shot him and it landed.
It dropped right in front of you. Okay.
And he was still living. So he, like Zach's story, he was still moving around and he was just doing his thing. You
Didn't have to take him 9 shots though to get rid of him.
Yeah. And then, so I look over, my cousin's like aimed on him, and I was like, I'm not letting him shoot my duck. He's just a little hen. But I took a shot at 3 feet and blew his head apart.
Oh, yep. I think you got him.
Yep.
You want to put them out of their misery really quick.
Yeah.
And I've done that before. One of my, let's see here, who were we with? I think it was my sister. So here they have like the youth waterfowl hunt,
Yeah.
where it's like 2 weeks before
Yeah.
the opener, And I take my sister and a neighborhood boy out on the youth duck hunt. And it's actually me, my brother, my youngest sister, and then this neighborhood boy. Well, he shoots his first duck ever. And it was like such a cool opportunity to go out there with him. And same thing, it was still a little alive. And I'm like, all right, we got to wring his neck. And he's like, okay. And he grabs it and he flings that thing so hard. Just, there goes the body. And I think he was kind of like, he was traumatized from this too. I went, all right, maybe you don't have to ring it out.
Traumatized.
Oh yeah. He was like, oh wow, I didn't think that it was going to be that easy. I was like, yeah, it could be pretty.
Yeah,
Be careful.
I had to like we took the ducks home that we shot today and breasted them. So easy to pull apart the skin.
Yeah, isn't that kind of funky?
It's crazy.
It is weird.
They got a couple layers of hair. I didn't even know that. till
Really?
A while ago, yeah.
I didn't know that
So
either.
they're kind of fragile.
Yeah, pretty wild.
I guess that they make up with that with their smarts, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Right on. Well, let's see here. We've been going for just about an hour, boys.
All right.
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, pretty good. I mean,
Hour goes by pretty quick.
it
huh?
does when you're having a good time.
Heck yeah.
I'm enjoying this.
So I got maybe one last question for you guys. Unless there's anything else you want to share. Any other cool stories? Anything?
I mean, I got tons of stories.
I
but
got
I mean,
tons.
yeah, we
Well,
have
let's
like tons
save
of time.
them.
But
Let's
like,
save them
I'm
for
saying-
another time.
But hey, I do want to invite you to come with us. We're going fishing President's Day.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, we're going
Yeah,
down
we're
the Strawberry
going
Reservoir. We're
Cool.
going fishing. We're gonna have like a tiny little tournament, just a friends and family thing.
Yeah,
Well,
it'll be cool.
Let me see what I got going. I'll see if I can make it. That'd be awesome. Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Strawberry Reservoir. you said?
Strawberry, yeah.
Sweet.
Yep.
Well, I'm not much a fisherman, so you'll have to show me the ropes.
Do some ice
Oh, yeah.
fishing.
I got a rod and reel, but and a small tackle box with some spinners and crap, but
That's all you need.
I don't have a ton. Let's just put it
all
that
you
way.
need.
That's all right.
You can spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on it. It's kind of just like fishing and hunting. You know, you can make it as expensive as you want it to be,
Oh yeah.
but you can catch things just off anything.
Cool. We're right on.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be awesome.
It's just an experience.
Yep. So one last question for you guys that I got. Okay, and I ask a lot of people this question because I'm kind of intrigued by it, and I'm always up for learning something new. And the people that listen to my podcast and stuff have kind of voiced it. They want to learn new stuff too. So, and this will be kind of a cool way. Maybe you can share something that you've learned from Brooks that, if you haven't already, you've shared a ton of stuff and experience from him. But I want to hear from you guys as well. Where you're a fairly new hunter and you're an experienced fisherman, an experienced hunter and fisherman, whatever, what would your biggest piece of advice to a person that's trying to get into hunting or fishing be? And let me word it this way for you guys too. What would Brooks' advice be? If you know that, if you could speak for him, what would he say?
You could probably speak to him better than I can.
I bet the biggest and most advice he would give is not to stress. One of the biggest things that when you're out there is stressing and feeling like you are in a wrong spot or you're doing something wrong or things aren't going your way. You just need to be positive and keep your head up and see things from a view of others that would be watching you, as like if they were listening to the podcast or watching the podcast. Let them see the good that you have in it. And
That's cool.
Yeah.
So being positive, just taking it all in,
taking it all in.
being present in the moment.
Mhm.
That's cool. love that.
I so wish I could have gone out there with him. It was a great experience, man.
Very cool.
We miss him. I guess my advice would just be go. Just get out.
Yeah.
Even if you have no experience, you'll learn it. I mean, when you're out there, talk to somebody.
Yeah.
So many times when I was getting started, I asked somebody out there, like, "Hey, how do you do this?" They'd end up giving me like lures and tiny little things to put out there. Like, okay, you do it like this, tie it up, and you just learn. You just get the experience like that. Do not be afraid to be out there.
Very cool.
Go out and do it.
And don't be afraid to ask others for help.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, I think most outdoorsmen, fishermen, there's a lot of good people out there that are willing to show you the ropes of things. That's for sure. You just gotta ask. That's cool.
You're gonna have hard days when you don't get anything. When it's raining in the hailstorm, and you're like, "This sucks."
Oh yeah.
But you're out there. You learn something new.
Keep a smile
You
on
do
your
it,
face
yeah.
and be happy.
Oh,
You learn
that's
maybe fish don't bite in the middle of the day. You learned that they do bite during the middle of a hailstorm. So you just learn things through experience, and then it's just memories and things like that. So yeah, if anybody's hesitant to go out, go out. Even if you don't feel like you want to go out.
No, I love that thing about the hailstorm that you just said. Is that really? Have you actually experienced that?
That's
in
real.
a hailstorm.
Yeah,
No way.
actually,
That's cool.
Yeah, it wasn't. We had no fish biting all day.
Mhm.
Hailstorm rolls in, bites after every cast.
See, but that just proves the point that you were making right there. Both your guys' points. Most people would have been like, "There's a storm coming. I'm getting out of here.
Let's go
Or,
home.
Let's
In the
go."
car.
But if you stick it through, quite literally the storm out while you're fishing, maybe that's just what it takes, or maybe just whatever.
Hard times make times easier and times better.
There you go. That's cool. I love that. Well, once again, thank you guys so much for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thanks for
I don't
having
mean
us.
to keep you here all night, but anyway, those listening, it's nighttime, it's after work. You know, that's when we can get around doing this stuff. But once again, we want to make sure we cherish it and stuff. So, very cool. Any last words for the people?
Just thanks for listening, guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Support you guys.
Yeah, and let's put your, I guess, handles on there or whatever. Where can they find your
my plug and everything?
Yeah, your plug.
Yeah, just go into YouTube, look up Hook 'em High. Just
Hook 'em
hook,
High.
and then EM, and then high. Yeah, it's got like a little blue and green little logo with a fish on it. And I've got videos. I mean, I go to all the reservoirs and lakes around here. A lot of my stuff will be high mountain lakes, but then I've also got how-to videos for people who want to learn how to do stuff. I've got some of those in there too.
Very cool.
And then we also do some international stuff. Like we've got some stuff from Switzerland in there, and then
No way.
and Glacier National Park and stuff like that. So
Like fishing in
fishing,
Switzerland?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
What?
yeah, that
We
was
didn't
fun.
talk about that too. Hey, another podcast for another day.
Yeah, everywhere I go fishing. You won't see me without a fishing pole in my hand if I'm outside.
Oh,
Good
yeah.
for you.
You
That's cool.
You won't literally see me without some kind of call with me.
There you
That's
go.
true.
Calling on me all the time.
Folks, Gavin just pulled out his wallet, and what kind of call was
That's
that?
a turkey call.
I was gonna say, is that turkey call? That is awesome. He's got a turkey call stuffed in his wallet. That's pretty cool.
There we go.
And Gavin, do you have Instagram or anything? Anything
I
cool
do
you
have
want people to see
Instagram.
stuff?
I don't post much, but I can start. I'm gonna start expanding more and getting more videos out there for people and
I
helping.
also do have a personal Instagram if you want to see that. It's just J Zachary Todd.
Yeah,
Just
right
my
on.
name,
Yeah.
yeah.
People want to see what you guys are up to or anything.
My Instagram is just Gavin_L Frankum.
Cool. Right on. Well, once again, thank you guys. Everybody that's listening, make sure you go and look these guys up. They are, and once again, this is my first time meeting you guys other than just talking over some social media, real short. Couple awesome guys right here. So go check out their pages, and they got some awesome stories, awesome family.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
When you're done
Yes,
listening to
sir.
this, get out there in the nature, guys.
Yeah.
That's what it's really all
Get
about.
out,
Yeah,
enjoy
cool.
life,
Yep.
live life to the fullest.
Take it all in.
Yes,
All
sir.
right. Well, I love it. Hey, and if you're listening here, just make sure you go and give us 5 stars, 2 enthusiastic thumbs up, all the good stuff to help us keep going with this and show the love and support. Until next time, everybody be safe, and like these 2 gentlemen said, get out and enjoy life. Enjoy the great outdoors. Anyway, thank you guys once again. Appreciate
Yeah, no
it.
problem.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks for listening, everybody.